The current HRM situation at Ashmore retail store can be considered as unsatisfactory, as it lacks a suitable level of performance and cohesion required for such an organisation. The current HRM situation will affect the business's ability to operate both internally and externally. The current HRM situation consists of factors and issues mostly originating from the top management tier and HR departments. The result is poor, unorganised, and overall appalling human resource plan and structure, and has an immediate and long-term impact on the organisation's functionality. The following list indicates the scope of the causal factors and their symptoms. According to the business situation, the departmental structure at Ashmore Retail is horizontal and contains multiple divisions. However, this statement is misleading and false, as a horizontal departmental structure wouldn't contain multiple divisions. This implies that the departmental structure is in fact vertical. In Stimulus 1, the business structure is clearly vertical due to the multiple levels in departments. The consequences of this type of departmental structure is that vertical companies are dependent on a strong leader at the top. Another poor HRM process at Ashmore Retail is the insufficient pay structures that are in place. This is evident in the table in Stimulus 2. Staff at Ashmore Retail are far underpaid than what the industry standard suggests. At Ashmore Retail, the assistant manager earns $42,000 a year, which is $4,974 less than the industry standard. The same goes for the marketing manager, the store or office manager, and all senior staff, which are all far underpaid. There is a distinct lack in staff appraisals, and in fact the previous 6 months at Ashmore Retail have lacked staff appraisals of any kind, and zero strategies have been implemented to motivate and reward new or existing employees. The consequences of little to no staff appraisals is that there is a lack in periodical support and advice between staff members and management. It is noted that there is little to no evidence of training and development for new and existing employees at Ashmore Retail. Appropriate and proper training to new employees is crucial for the business's success. Without sufficient training, employees won't be able to efficiently and confidently handle customer inquiries. Having an inadequate job description, the business essentially puts itself at more risk of harm by potentially hiring people completely unqualified for a certain position in the business, with an unorganised assortment of skills, knowledge, abilities, attributes, and experience. At Ashmore Retail, gender inequality is evident, with men outnumbering women by a ratio of 3 to 1. This is unfair and unequal, and the consequences of this is that women are unable to fully participate and become a valued part of the team. As well as gender inequality, several cases of sexual discrimination have been reported, with little to no action taken. After interviewing and surveying 25 staff members of other retail stores, valuable information has been collected specific to recruitment, managerial leadership, appraisals, and workplace equality. The question, do you think external recruitment is more beneficial than internal recruitment, was asked. As seen in the graph, the results are relatively similar, with majority of people believing that external recruitment is more beneficial as opposed to internal recruitment. With external recruitment comes an influx of completely new and innovative ideas from new employees. However, the rest of those that were surveyed believe that internal recruitment is more beneficial than external recruitment. The reason being that staff will likely understand the business culture, style, and processes. In question 2, the same 25 people were asked, how significant is managerial leadership in supporting company goals and objectives? On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not important and 10 being extremely important. As seen in the chart, the results show that the average number chosen is 7.5, being really important on the scale. Majority of people say that leadership is an important function of management in which it helps to maximize efficiency and achieve goals of the business. In question 3, people were asked, is regular periodical support between staff and managers essential? As seen in the graph, the results are quite different, with majority of people believing that periodical support is vital between staff and managers, and is more beneficial and helpful, short-term and long-term, than if there was less or no periodical support. In question 4, people were asked if they thought gender equality in workplaces attracts top talent in staff members. The average number chosen is 8.5, being very important on the scale, with the majority of people believing that gender equality promotes a happier workplace, therefore improving work efficiency and top talent in staff members. It is advised that Ashmore Retail adopts a persuasive style of management. A persuasive style of management is where the management takes the trouble to communicate its decisions thoroughly and effectively to staff, even though decision-making power remains with the top management. This is beneficial to the business, as there is a regulated balance between management and involvement of staff members. Based upon the research in this study, significant recommendations have been created for future growth and stability at Ashmore Retail. It is strongly advised that the business takes note of the results of the 4 survey questions and adjusts their business accordingly to results. Also, the HRM strategy of a persuasive style of management should be utilized and implemented in order to create balance between staff and managers and to promote involvement of staff members, creating a positive working environment. The purpose of this study on Ashmore Retail was to discuss, analyze, evaluate and interpret the problems within the business and their consequences, and to make recommendations using primary and secondary research in order to correct mistakes and to determine the potential future for Ashmore Retail.